Chapter 3, Potluck of Secrets. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. It's the morning of Vermillion Lane's 4th of July Potluck, and you're in your underwear sifting through boxes of clothing. What does one wear to a neighborhood block party? What would Charles like? You flash back to your first meeting with him, a warm smile coming to your face. I couldn't let a new neighbor struggle and not offer a hand. He was so sweet and friendly. But like lightning, Sadie's accusation of murder flashes through your head and your smile fades. Everyone knows he murdered his wife. But how could that be possible? I saw how much family means to Charles. How could he have killed her? He does have his secrets. I hate to admit it, but I barely know him, and he seemed cagey when we talked. Could his whole gorgeous family man routine just be an act? Suddenly the doorbell rings, saving you from dwelling on the issue. Coming! Rush downstairs, swinging the door open to find Charles, standing on your porch. His eyes light up when he sees you. Charles, I wasn't expecting you. That explains the outfit, or lack thereof. You look down, realizing you're still in your underwear and in full view of everyone on Vermillion Lane. Oh my god. You quickly pull Charles inside and shut the door, face flaming. Good thinking. You definitely don't want anyone to see you right now. You groan in embarrassment, trying to cover yourself, and notice Charles kindly averting his eyes, though a smirk remains on his face. I thought I'd escort you to the potluck, but if you want to go back up and finish getting ready, I can wait here. He sneaks a rapid peek your way, before once more politely averting his eyes. Seeing the humor in the situation, you straighten up. Okay, you're enjoying this way too much. Is there something funny about watching me squirm? I can't help it, it's cute. Endearing, actually. Stay where you are, I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'd be a fool to go anywhere. Your thoughts race as you head back upstairs, unable to forget the glint in his eyes. A flirty summer dress lies on the center of your bed. You slip it on and break into a smile as you check yourself out in the mirror. If Charles' reaction to seeing me in my underwear is any indication, he's gonna love this. Most guys that go up to a woman's house, and if they open the door in lingerie, we're gonna have a reaction, I'm just saying. You feel a thrill. The dress fits you perfectly, and you love that it shows off your shapely self and legs. But you struggle with the wrapped front. Unable to tie the dress properly, you hear Charles call out to you. Everything okay up there? You attempt to tie the dress again and end up with a lopsided bow. Charles, I need you. Could have just went down to him. You hear his footsteps coming up the stairs, but they stop when he reaches the landing. Are you decent? Come in and find out. He peeks inside to see you struggling with the bow. You look at him through the mirror in front of you. Sorry, do you mind? You're better with your hands than I am. He smiles and moves to stand in front of you. A woman who can't tie a simple bow. I'm sorry. I'm more of an expert at helping people out of their clothing, but I suppose I can give this a try. You feel a whoosh of excitement as he steps up close and his warm breath hits your skin. Since you're not at all that experienced in this, I'm looking for the dress to be closed, not open. His firm hands brush against your waist as he gently ties your dress closed and straightens the bow. His fingers sensually brush up your stomach and linger for an extra beat as his eyes catch yours in the mirror. If I haven't said it already, you look beautiful. Caught up in the admiring your reflections in the mirror and the way you fit perfectly in his strong arms, you answer belatedly. Yeah, thank you. For the record, you look just as great before you put your clothing on. You slap him on the arm in a teasing manner, and he grins, hands sliding flirtatiously off of you. But the moment is broken as Sadie's warning plays through your head once again. He killed his wife. Hit with a pang of unease, you tear your gaze from his reflection and head towards the door. We should get going. You hurry out ahead of him, but you can feel his gaze burning on your back as you retreat. As you walk up to the top of the street where the potluck is being held, Charles points out the mayor's house. Mr. Wright has been Oak Valley's mayor for as long as I've lived here. He's usually too busy to come to Vermillion Lane events, though. Wright, as in... his first lady is, or was, Valerie. Does literally everything tie back to her? Your stomach drops as you're again consumed by the memories of Valerie dropping dead in your house. Sadie's ominous warning about Charles. Sorry, I never should have brought up Valerie or her husband. You must still be shaken up by what happened. Honestly, it's Sadie I'm worried about. She said something to me last night, and now it's kind of stuck in my head. You gulp, unsure how you'll respond if he asks in more detail. To your relief, he scoffs and dismisses the whole thing. She is nothing but trouble. Don't let her get to you. And remember, if you ever need a pick-me-up, you're always welcome to come over for some strawberry lemonade. You can't help but feel soothed by his sweet words and charming smile, suppressing any bubbly doubts about him. It's quite a proposal. I may start showing up at all hours of the day and night. For you, my door's always open. At the top of the street, food sits buffet-style on rows of tables, and wives gossip with one another while their husbands sit and drink beer. Vermillion Lane sure knows how to throw an event. Where should we start? Before Charles can answer, Sadie swoops in, flirtatiously wraps her hands around his bicep, batting her eyelashes at him. There's my hero, Charles, come. We need your magic hands on some broken tables. Oh, Sadie, do you think it could... He turns to you as though just noticing your presence, her fake grin growing. So glad you made it, sweetie. I hope you don't mind sharing Charles here. Duty calls, you know. Do I mind? Of course not. Charles and I had the best morning together. A few measly minutes apart won't hurt. Her smile turns a touch lethal, her voice absolutely bursting with false cheer. Oh, by the way, dear, it's customary to bring a homemade dish to the event. It is a potluck, after all. Without another word, she swifts a bemused Charles away. I'm really starting to despise that woman. Feeling a little like a fish out of water, you approach a group of downstreeters you recognize, catching their painfully suburban conversation. Mari, this green bean casserole is 5-star. I look forward to it every year. Please tell us you're finally going to share the recipe. You two ask me that every potluck and every year. What do I say? Your recipes are being buried with you. 6 feet under. What an aptly timed joke. Oh, Faith! Didn't see you. She blushes, hastily tucking hair behind her ear and what looks like a nervous tick. She forces a smile. I'm so glad you came. I was just on my way to the ladies' room, but please, do try the casserole. As soon as Mari makes her suspicious exit, the other two women converge on you like vultures with an appetite for gossip. Don't you clean up nice? That's a lovely outfit. You're making me feel underdressed. Oh, thank you. Now, honey, I couldn't help but notice you arrived with Charles. The two of you have been spending quite some time together. Well, he offered to help move me in and show me around. Is that notable? You have heard, haven't you, that his wife died of a sudden heart attack, just like Valerie. She stage whispers the last words, and you realize it isn't just Sadie. These women consider Charles a suspect in his wife's death as well, and maybe Valerie's too. Charles a killer? What exactly makes you say that? I know what you're insinuating, but no one can make someone have a heart attack, can they? Your neighbors exchange a shared look and give a very deliberate shrug. Technically, you can. None of this seems fair. Everyone's pegged Charles as some sort of spouse killer without any real proof. Before you can excuse yourself, the downstreeters move on to gossiping about yet another neighbor. Can you believe Christine has the gall to show her face? The news about her bribing colleges to accept her daughter just broke. Of course I believe it. She thinks being on the HOA makes her invincible. She wouldn't have broken your daughter's leg to keep her off of the lacrosse team otherwise. I'm sorry, did you just say that one of our neighbors broke your daughter's leg on purpose? I'll give you a piece of advice, downstreeter to downstreeter. Stay away from those upstreeters. They're all opportunistic shrews who lack a conscience. The way the upstreeters and downstreeters talk about each other is like the Hatfields and McCoys. As if on cue, a woman you only assume is Christine saunters up with a confrontational smile. Chill, Kelsey, how presumptuous of you to keep spreading lies about me. You must have more meaningful things to do, no? Christine, so you finally managed to pull yourself away from the wine cooler. I heard your lawsuits can be so stressful, you poor thing. Unfazed, Christine tickles the newborn baby strapped to Kelsey's chest. Have you figured out who the father is? I've heard you've been doing extra credit with your kid's principal while Barry's at work. Oh god, I need to get away before I'm a casualty in the first suburban housewife throwdown. Oh my god, only this shit would happen in fiction. You quietly sneak away intent on finding Charles, only catch sight of a downstreeter, Mary, slipping out of an upstreet house. I thought she went to find a bathroom, but she's acting like she's hiding something. She quickly makes her way back to the sidewalk, where she stops to admire a shiny pearl bracelet on her wrist. That's new. Aren't you a beautiful? She did not have that bracelet on 5 minutes ago. And what's she doing leaving the house of an enemy upstreeter? Really? Okay. You follow after her as she sticks to a less traveled side of the street, still pretending you're scouring the potluck for Charles. Whatever Mari's up to, she clearly doesn't want anyone finding out about it. But as Mari starts to step off the sidewalk, a man suddenly grabs her wrist. What in the hell do you think you're doing? Come with me right now. Wait! Holy crap, what's going on? You double your pace and follow them back to the heart of the potluck, straining to hear their whispered conversation. Didn't think I'd find out? Ugh, I can barely make out what he's saying. I need to find a way to get closer. Maybe I can settle up to the hordivores, pretend to be looking for someone. Hordivores. Oh, these mini quiches look so delicious. You pretend to inspect them, but you focus your hearing on Mari and the man. Are you really going to lie to me again? I'm your husband. It's not what you think. He's Mari's husband? Did he just catch her cheating? Mari's husband grabs her by the wrist, bringing the bracelet into full view. And how do you explain this? It was a gift. Someone just decided to gift you a pearl bracelet that reads, "To Karen with all my love, Bob." You're stealing again, aren't you? Stealing? What else did you think she did in 5 minutes? Do you really want to be known as Vermillion Lane Klepto? Because that's what's going to happen. I've heard enough. Mari escapes her husband's grip and angrily whirls around, bumping right into you. Oh, Faith. You freeze for a second, then think fast to ward off any suspicion. Hey. Oh no, the quish. As convincingly as you can possibly manage, you drop the quish onto the ground. Oh, I'm such a klutz. As you bend down to pick it up, Mari's husband grabs her wrist again. We need to talk about this, Mari. Seriously, for once. Fine, let's talk. The two of them storm off, clearly not suspicious of you, and you're having too much fun with your detective act to stop now. I'm really onto something. I can't let them out of my sight now. You stay on the heels of as Mari's husband catches up to her, pulling her under the shade of a palm tree on a nearby lawn. What is going to take you to get to stop? Valerie caught you red-handed when you tried sneaking that stupid cake mixer out of her kitchen. Hell, she even threatened to call the cops and you promised you'd never do it again. Well, we don't have to worry about that anymore. The woman is dead, remember? Sounds like the two of them have no love lost between Mari and Valerie, but is that enough motive to want the woman dead? I hardly recognize the person you've become. Mari's husband walks off without another word. He watches Mari's expression and turns somber. She lowers her head and fights back tears. This may be my last shot to get some info out of her. You slap on a friendly smile and walk up to Mari to spark conversation. Hi, Mari. There you are. I've been meaning to give you a proper hello. I have to ask, where'd you get that gorgeous bracelet? The compliment works like a charm. She goes from somber to outright smug, dangling the bracelet on her wrist. Oh, you notice, isn't it so special? Absolutely stunning. My husband surprised me with it this morning. An early anniversary gift. You're one lucky woman. Oh, well, do enjoy the rest of the potluck. Make sure to grab some of those green bean casserole before it's gone. She excuses herself, and you know better than to press your luck, mulling over what you've learned. So she's a klepto, a liar, a thief, like everything. Nice talking to you. You find Charles at a fundraiser pie decorating contest being held at the Up Street Park. Sadie is still clinging to his arm. Charles, tell me that joke about the leaky hose again. You are so funny. She sure isn't acting like Charles is some kind of murderer. I bet she's just pushing the rumor to get him all to herself. Charles lays eyes on you, a look of relief crossing his face as he lifts his free hand and calls your name. Faith, the contest is about to start. Come join our decorating team. Sadie glares daggers your way as you approach, triggering an automatic smile on your face. Thanks, Charles. I'd be delighted. We're going to make the perfect threesome. Oh, man. Sadie flashes a smile Charles's way, then you shoot you a look of utter contempt. This should be fun. She reminds me of that, chick on Green Arrow, right? His kind of like love interest. Then ended up being like dead, then not dead, then a superhero, then not a superhero. Yeah, things like that. You pay your donation to the contest coordinator and join the table. Sadie in between you and Charles. I don't know if you've heard, but Charles and I are known to be quite the duo. Tell her, Charles. Yeah, tell me, Charles. Sadie and I won this contest last year. The neighborhood even started calling us by that ship name. I think they call it, what was it? Sad Charles. You're sad. You find back a snort as the contest coordinator dings the starting bell and you grab a container of rainbow sprinkles. Oh, honey, let me. She reaches for the container only to bat it from your hand, sending sprinkles flying onto your face and clothing. Oops, butterfingers. You must have been joking about winning last year. Look at what a mess you've made of our pie. Oh, I'm sure I can fix things right up. You give her a smile that hurts your face and refocus on your pie. Only feel the whipped cream hit your chest and plop into your lap. You glance over. Not even trying to hide it. Oh gosh, it's this manicure. It's making me so clumsy. Listen, I'm not even upset with this. You know, whipped cream on a woman. I'm not even upset with this. Faith, we should clean you up before a stain sets in. It's whipped cream, it'll be fine. You flash a smug grin as Charles comes to your rescue, wetting a towel and gently wiping the whipped cream off of your lap. How's that? Perfect. Think you missed a little. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. As his eyes catch yours, you put a hand over the towel and direct him to your inner thigh, feeling yourself start to, I have more on my chest. You direct his hand to dollop of whipped cream on the fabric over your cleavage. Do you see it? I do. Your stomach swoops as he essentially brushes his thumb over the peak and eliciting a throb between your thighs. There's too much pie under my nails. I'm bowing out. She leaves in a huff, and you and Charles grin at each other as the judge pipes up. Alright, pie decorators, only 1 minute left. I don't know if you've picked up on this yet, but I'm pretty competitive. Let's try and finish at least one of these pies together. Grab the whipped cream, but Charles comes up behind you. He reaches around your waist with both arms and puts his hands over yours. I want to make sure the whipped cream actually gets on the pie this time. You let Charles take the lead as his breath hits your neck. His strong hand shooting a thick stream of cream into your empty pie crust. Now we just need a topper. Chocolate, strawberries, spritz of lime. Listen, I feel like strawberries are very much, I don't know, the usual with whipped cream. Why not some chocolate? Especially dark chocolate. You bite into the chocolate, moaning at the flavor. Holding your wrist, Charles plucks the rest of the chocolate out of your hands into his mouth. Luscious indeed. Your breath catches as his eyes fall to your lips, but the contest-ending bell dings. You and Charles pull apart as the winner is crowned. Congratulations, Christine Miller, on your blueberry masterpiece. Oh, this little thing. I'm so flattered. What do you say we make a pit stop at my place? We can grab some towels to clean up. You shiver as this whisper hits your ear. Your pie forgotten, you're sticky with sugar, and realize he hasn't stayed completely clean either. I thought you'd never ask. You're halfway up the street when the sprinkler on the lawn you're passing powers on. Charles turns to you with a mischievous smile. Suddenly, I have a much more entertaining idea for how we can get clean. He checks for bystanders, but the rest of the neighbors are at the potluck, and he steps toward the sprinkler and smirks. What do you say, Faith? Wanna get wet? I like the way you think. You look around to make sure, absolutely sure the coast is clear, and step into the lawn with an exciting flutter in your chest. I can hardly believe I'm doing this. What? Trespassing on a neighbor's lawn and playing in their sprinkler? We've all gotta live a little. Close, but I mean this. You bypass the sprinkler completely, going straight for the garden hose coiled on the lawn. Uh-oh. You wouldn't. Oh, I would. And I am. You aim the nozzle at him. He sputters as his shirt gets instantly soaked, clinging to his chiseled chest and abs. Proud of yourself? You flash a smug grin, all while enjoying the view of his muscles rippling beneath the skin-tight fabric of his shirt. He's wearing a shirt? Question mark? Delighted. Bad girl 2 can play at this game. He grabs you around the middle and you squirm in his strong arms. Squealing as cold water douses you both. Charles! Press my back against him. You get a thrill low in your gut as you feel the Adonis-like planes of his chest pressed against your back. You're getting me wet. Wasn't that the idea? His grip around your middle loosens and his fingers travel south, making you dampen with excitement. You shut your eyes, soaking in his exploration of your body, a throbbing need growing between your legs. Suddenly, he grabs hold of the hose and pulls it out of your hand. Hey, no fair. You're the one that got distracted. I'm just trying to help. You have some whipped cream right there. He sprays your chest. You gasp as the cold water seeps through into your top and trickles over your... Yep. Now who's the mischievous one? You notice his gaze riveted to your chest and realize you can use this to your advantage to steal the hose back. He won't see this coming. I'll distract him by asking for more water. You stick at your chest, smirking as his eyes stay riveted on the swells of you, streaked with the watery whipped cream. Looks like there's still some whipped cream on my top. Please, Charles, give me some help. You guide his hand to spray more water on you. His tongue darts out toward his lips. So naughty, and in broad daylight. You're the one looking, mister. With his gaze locked on your chest, you snatch the hose and douse him. He tries to shield himself with his hands, laughing. Shameless. That's what happens when you let yourself get so distracted. Well, now I just have to do this. He slowly and deliberately slips off his soaked shirt, flexing as his wet muscles glisten. You swallow reflexively. Try not to let yourself get distracted. Nice try, but I am not falling for that one. You move forward with the hose, squeezing the trigger, only to slip and fall in the wet grass. Oof. Faith. Alarmed, he comes to your rescue and offers a hand. You look up into his concerned face, a plan forming in your head. Pull him down on top of me. Thanks for the hand. You reach up, your smooth palm brushing against his rough one. But as he curls his fingers around yours, you tug. But I need you down here. Whoa. He lands with his hands landing on either side of your head, his knees bracketing your hips, caging you beneath him. I see you like it rough. Guilty as charged. He runs a finger over your lips to your neck. You shiver as he trails it lower, fingertips skimming slowly between your breasts. How rough are we talking, though? Only one way to find out. The teasing energy has shifted into tension so high it's about to snap. You look into his eyes, feel his hot breath against your mouth. If all the neighborhood potlucks end this way, I say we make them a weekly tradition. And we haven't even gotten to the fireworks yet. He leans closer, and your lips tingle with the anticipation. But suddenly, teenage voices cut in and send your fun to a screeching halt. Damn, how horny do you have to be to do it right in the middle of a family potluck? You know, Mr. Lee has outdoor cameras, right? Charles quickly pulls you to your feet, blocking your wet body with his own. Don't worry, I'll take care of them. Careful, kids. We, got it pretty wet over here. Ugh, I'm out of here. The teens bicycle off, and as Charles takes your hand and leads you to the sidewalk, you find yourself less mortified than you expected. Just when I think I know what you're going to do next, you surprise me. He rubs your wet arms, expressing an expression turning a touch concerned. You sit out in the sun while I run home and grab some fresh towels so we can dry off. I'll be back in a flash. As he heads off, you make your way back to the outskirts of the potluck where you overhear some HOA members chatting. I had some interesting pillow talk with the medical examiner last night. Allison, Alicia, you won't believe this, but Valerie didn't die of a heart attack. No. Then what killed her? She was poisoned. Poisoned, but that doesn't make sense. Charles's wife died of a heart attack. Is he not behind Valerie's death, then? Maybe Charles poisoned his wife, too, but he wants everyone to think it was just a heart attack. This neighborhood cuts him slack because he's so handy, but there's always been something so secretive about him. As the women exchange concerned looks, you notice how genuinely afraid they are. It alarms you and makes you wonder. Is there more truth to the rumors about Charles than I thought? Whatever. Just whatever. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below. Plenty of links, plenty of ways to support the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. With that being said, let me know how you feel about this book, this chapter so far. Yeah, that's about it. I'll just say the following. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. You know, fun fact. Every time I do these, right, it actually hurts my voice to actually, like, do this stuff for, I mean, I typically, a lot of these videos will last anywhere from 30 minutes to 60 minutes, right? And so that it's a lot of constant talking, and I try and not interrupt the videos or have to do a lot of editing or whatnot. I try and do this all in one go, right? And so it's actually painful to actually do these videos. Physically painful. sometimes I have to take little breaks between doing videos and put some honey and, let it sit in my throat and things like that to try and make the pain and soreness go away. So yeah, please, if you did genuinely enjoy this content, please try and support it in this community and channel. It would mean a lot. Aside from that, it was a cute little flirtatious little chapter, in my opinion. Um, it was okay. It was okay. Nothing wrong with a little adult fun. But it doesn't always have to be bound chicka wheel whale, right? So I'm kind of glad that it, so far with this book, hasn't been all that. It insinuates it's going to be every single chapter, but it's not. So it's kind of nice, but yeah, anyway. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all later. Peace out.